welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Rox here with another update, a final update, guys. Can't believe it, guys. We did it. Today is day number 14, guys. Day number 14. We have made it to the end of this 14 days water fast. Guys, I'm so excited to hear about your results. And like I said yesterday in my other video, I was going to share with you guys how much weight I've lost and tell you guys if I made it to my goal weight. Now, my goal weight was 130 pounds. So did I hit or did I miss? Well, unfortunately, I did miss. But not disappointed because I remain the same weight now for 2 days. And what happened is after you've been doing prolonged fasting, I noticed that the few days like down in the latter part of your fasting, you'll have days when you remain at the same number and then you may jump and it may shift another day and then it may stays that way for another 2 days. But guys, I am so proud of myself. I am not disappointed at all because guess what? I am only 3 pounds 8 ounces away from that goal. Yes, guys, you heard it right. From 161.8 to 133.8. So guys, I know that when I go on the scale tomorrow, it may shift and then guess what? I might be closer to my goal tomorrow or I may just hit my goal tomorrow, but I'm not giving up, guys, because guess what? During the refeeding process, your body is going to still be shedding. So I'm not disappointed at all. This has been the closest I have reached in my weight loss journey to reach my goal, and I'm not giving up. And like anyone else, I'm no exception. I struggle with my weight loss. I struggled with losing the weight and I started my journey and then I stopped. Just like anyone else, weight loss is not a marathon. That's why it is a journey, because we have ups, we have downs, we have highs, we have lows, and there are gonna be days when you don't feel like you can make it another day. There are going to be days when you don't think that, hey, I've come so far and I'm not seeing much changes and you want to give up. But guess what, guys? I document for every journey, weight loss journey that I've started. I document my journey to keep me accountable, keep me motivated, because guess what, guys? We are our biggest motivators, and that's why I always tell myself, so if you have to go and search for quotes that's gonna motivate you and say it daily, and that's what I do. I stick with motivational quotes that's gonna keep me going, that's gonna pick me up out of the slumber that I may be feeling that day and say, you know what, Roxanne, you have to keep pushing, you have to keep going, because this is not the body that you're used to. And so guys, at my heaviest was 208 pounds. Yes, guys, 208 pounds. After I 200.8, sorry, that was the highest I have ever been in my entire life. It was a struggle for me. It was like a nightmare. I felt like I was in somebody else's body. It just felt like a fat garment that you put on and you're just praying and hoping that, hey, at the end of the day, you could take it off. But then you go to bed and you wake up and you realize that you're still wearing that suit. And you realize that it's not coming off, that it's actually on you. And so how do you adjust to that? How do you get used to something like that? You can never get used to that if you are not used to being that particular size. And so after I had my son in September 2018, and I realized that all that weight that I had on, I was not comfortable in my skin at all. I felt embarrassed to even look at my body. And I made up in my mind, January 2019 that I'm gonna start my journey, and I picked myself up, started my journey. I went full force plant-based, and then after that I went full force raw, and then I mix it up with the raw vegan and the cooked vegan, and it worked, guys. It worked. I've watched my body transform by just changing the way I eat, the amount I eat, and I've watched my body just started to shed. And I work out. I put the work in, guys. I used to work out like twice a day. I did 15 minutes in the morning of walk at home with Leslie Sonson, and then I did another 15 minutes again in the evening. So guys, I was working out like 6 days of the week, and I was seeing changes, and 130 pounds. I remain faithful to stick with the goal that I wanted. See, like I said, guys, I document everything from the start of my journey. I document everything. Excuse the writing, but I document everything, and I have inspirational quotes, motivational quotes jot down so I can look at it each day, and this keeps me motivated. It keeps me going. So around, say this was January 2019, and then around February of 2019 I lost around 10 pounds. A big challenge with Leslie Sonson, Walk at Home, and I was down to 186 pounds. I lost 14 pounds during that time. And then in March of 2019, I did the same thing, and I did the same thing for the remainder of that period, and I was down to 180 pounds. And then I started another journey after that again, and that journey started January 1st, 2020. I took a break, so then I never hit my goal, and then that's how it went. And so by then I decided to start intermittent fasting. And with the intermittent fasting, I did the 8 to 16 hours method, where I ate 12 in the afternoon and I stopped eating at 8 o'clock in the evening, and then I would fast for 16 hours. And so I did that, and I've seen a lot of changes, and so I stuck with it. So leading up to 2020, like I said, I came down to 174.2, and with the intermittent fasting, that helped me to get down to 161.8. And before I did this 14 days, I had already done a 15-day water fast in December of 2020, and I've seen the results. And so I decided that, hey, I'm gonna keep going again. And like I say, guys, that is why it's a journey, because you're gonna fall down and then you have to pick yourself up again and start all over again if you have to. But what I always remind myself is I can, I will, I must get my body up and running and become the healthier version of myself. And so, guys, it's personal. It's a personal thing, and a lot of times it's a rough path. But guys, when you look back and see where you're coming from, and you've seen the results and the changes, it kind of motivated you to keep going. And that has been my motivation. My inspiration is me. I motivate myself to keep going, and I'm not gonna give up until I become a healthier version of myself. And so when it comes down to the negative and the positive reactions from family members and friends. Guys, I know you guys have been waiting for this, and I'm just gonna say disclaimer to any of my family members or friends watching this. This is not to attack anyone. This is appreciate the love and support from my families and my friends. I appreciate the concerns. Now, guys, have you ever wondered, have you ever sit down and thought about the fact that when you are at your heaviest, no one comes to you and say, hey, that's enough. I think you're overdoing it. I think you need to stop right here, and I think you need to do something about it. You ever wonder why no one does that? But the minute you go on a weight loss journey to get yourself healthy and get back the body that you're used to, everyone have an opinion of what you should and shouldn't do. Everyone have a say. Oh, I think you need to stop. I think you're overdoing it. I think you're fine right there. I think that's enough. But you know your body better than anyone else does. You know your goals. You know what you want to see when you look in the mirror, not what someone else sees on the outside when you are all clothed. You know that when you step in your bathroom or your bedroom and when you step out of the shower, you have to look at yourself in the mirror. And when you look at you, you know your potential. You know how you used to look. And because of that, it is personal. And you cannot tell someone that, hey, I think you should stop, because only that individual know what they goes through with having all that weight on them. And like I always say, the clothes is like a band-aid. If you get a cut, you put the band-aid on the cut. But when you rip the band-aid off, the cut is still there until it heals. And that's how I view my weight. My weight has been covered up with clothing. So you cannot see what I can see. You can only see what I show you. And so how do you react to friends and family when they say stuff like that? Simply, thank you, I'm good. You cannot lose focus. You cannot lose sight. You cannot listen to the noises. You cannot listen to the different voices. Because I did that. And what that did was it sent me right back. Almost back to square one. I refuse to go back to square one because of listening to what other people have to say. You have to live for you. As long as you're not endangering your body or getting to the point where you're sick, you're frail, you cannot function. As long as you're not in harm's way and you're not starving yourself to the point where, or you're not using methods like bringing back your food up, anorexia, as long as you don't have body dysphoria, then I would say that, hey, go for your goal. Work out, eat healthy, make healthy choices. And once you're doing that, then you will find that you will lose the weight and you will maintain the weight, because now you're making healthier choices. So as long as you're not in danger, I wouldn't worry about it. But like I said, yes, it's gonna happen. It happens to me. It happens to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna respond. And when they say anything like, are you okay with that being that small? And I'm like, are you okay with being that small? So guys, people will talk, they will question your journey, but stay ahead, stay focused, stay motivated, keep your body moving. As long as you're doing it in a healthy fashion, I would say stand clear, keep your eyes on the prize, because guess what? You know your goals. You know your goals better than anyone else, and you know what you go through trying to fit clothes on, trying to look a certain way, and trying to take the clothes to cover up the body that you're in. Yes, they say to love the body that you're in, but come on. How do you get used to a size that you have never been before? And like I told someone, they're like, oh, you're not going to lose those legs. Yeah, my legs are the biggest part of my body, and that's where I put the weight on, in my legs. And they're like, oh, you're not going to lose that leg. That's your shape. No, that is not my shape. That was never my shape, for big chunks of fat to sit on your leg that you never had before. No, that is not your shape. I am coming from 109 pounds all my life. So can you imagine when you're coming from being that small to gaining all that weight? Do you know how tiresome it is and stressful it is to tote all that weight on you when you're not used to it? It is uncomfortable, and only you one would understand how it feels. Someone else that is not in your body cannot explain how you feel. They cannot. They only see what you show them with the clothes covering it up, but they don't understand. And be like, oh, how small you want to go? You're not going to look good if you get any smaller. You're already disappearing. Hello? I was never this size. Huh? I gained all that weight. So what to say I cannot lose it back and get back down to the size that I used to be, that you used to be? There's no such thing as, oh, it's not going to suit you. You're not going to look good that size. No, you know why? Because of the mindset of people around you. They're only used to seeing you in the body that you were in. The body that they see now, I should say. The fact that you have gained all that weight. They have gotten used to you looking that way. So now when you've had changes, when you started to lose the weight now, it's strange because they're not used to seeing you like that anymore, because it's been so long since you've been that size, and a lot of people probably have never seen you at a smaller size. So they will have all different kind of opinions and ideas of what you should and shouldn't do and how you should look. But my thing is, I'm going to do me. What makes me happy, what makes me feel good about myself, how I feel internally, how I feel externally. I am going to do me, and I know what I have to do to achieve it. And as long as I'm doing it in a healthy way, that's not going to jeopardize my health and my well-being, I'm going to go for it. Yes, I'm going to do it, because guess what? I'm not used to that size that I used to be. That is not me. That is just a body that I took on because I gained all that weight. And I'm not going to let myself go, because people never approach you when you are that size. They only approach you when you start to lose the weight. And they have everything to say about how you look. Yes, I know I'm skinny now. My face is smaller. Yes, this is the size I'm used to seeing all my life. But somebody who never met me when I was much younger would say otherwise, because they're not used to seeing me this way. And I feel good about myself. Yeah, I've never been happier, and I'm going to hit my goal. I'm not even trying to get back to what I used to be. I just want to feel good in my body. I want to feel good looking at my body, because this is my body. And after having 3 kids, my body has gone through major changes. I embrace those changes, but at the same time, if I can do something about it, I'm going to do something about it. I'm not going to just sit down and accept it, because I'm young. Even though I have 3 kids, you have persons have 12, 13, 14 kids. and they look like they don't have any kids. So I only have 3. And guys, I am young. So I am not going to let myself go. I'm going to do something now while I can do it. Now is a time to do it. When you have strength and health. I've never been sick. The most I've ever been sick is a common cold. And I cannot even tell when last I had a cold or cough or anything of that sort. So this is a time you have to become a healthier version of yourself before you get older. Because when you get up into age, it's going to be even harder. There are going to be more excuses. And like I said, I'm almost 40. But I don't want to look like I'm 40 when I hit 40. Hell to the no. So guys, I am putting the work in and I've seen my result, and I'm not going to stop here. I'm going to continue to eat healthy. I'm going to continue to do my workout. And guess what, guys? The best is yet to come. So stay tuned to the next video tomorrow when we start to eat. And I'm going to show you guys how to break your fast and what to eat, how to eat it, and how much to have. Thank you so much for watching. This has been an awesome journey. Like I always say, I think awesome is my favorite word. But it has been an awesome journey. I am so happy that you guys share this moment with me. I am so happy that I let you guys in to share this moment with me, this journey with me. And like I said, the journey doesn't end here. It's a continuous going. It's growing process. It's learning daily how to maintain, how to keep it going, how to keep your spirit up, how when you don't feel like it to keep pushing. And guys, like I always say in my video, our bodies are a reflection of our lifestyle. And we have to live by those words. What we put in will reflect on the outside. And if we let ourselves go, then it's going to show. So guys, I'm not saying goodbye. I'm saying until I see you in the next video. So don't forget to go back to day 1 so you can see my total transformation of where I am coming from day number 1 to today at day number 14. I love you guys.